Today's daily Bible thought goes along with Resurrection Week, even though it's not Easter, and even though we've got like snow coming down and it's freezing cold, it doesn't seem like spring. Remember, we talked about Easter, or at least the celebration of the resurrection, is an everyday thing. Now, the daily Bible thoughts are a little longer this week, and I apologize. I'll try to get back to just doing a verse or two, but bear with me. So yesterday was Matthew. Today is the Gospel of Mark. So Mark chapter 16, verses 1 through 7. Saturday evening, when the Sabbath ended, Mary Magdalene, Mary the mother of James, and Salome went out and purchased burial spices so they could anoint Jesus' body. Very early on Sunday morning, just at sunrise, they went to the tomb. On the way there, they were asking each other, "Who will roll the stone away for us from the entrance to the tomb?" But as they arrived, they looked up and saw that the stone, which was very large, had already been rolled aside. When they entered the tomb, they saw a young man clothed in a white robe sitting on the right side. The women were shocked, but the angel said, "Don't be alarmed. You are looking for Jesus of Nazareth, who was crucified. He isn't here. He is risen from the dead. Look, this is where they laid his body. Now go and tell his disciples, including Peter, that Jesus is going ahead of you to Galilee. You will see him there, just as he told you before he died." It's amazing. You think about this, the details of God's message to these women, and the fact that women were allowed to receive this most important news, the most important news in all of history. And women were given this wonderful privilege. So never say that God or Jesus doesn't respect and honor women, because he indeed does. But little details that Mark tells us that Matthew didn't, that each version is a little different, lends credibility to the fact that these were 4 different eyewitness or interview witness accounts. And it gives it more legitimacy. So I love this part about tell Peter too. Because Peter, remember, had denied Christ 3 times in one night, the night before Jesus was crucified. But Jesus wanted Peter to know that wasn't the end. I'm alive. I'm risen. And it's okay. It's all okay. You're forgiven. So read these resurrection accounts and be amazed. Think about how the women are like worried about, how are we going to roll the stone away? They didn't need to worry about it. Stone wasn't there. It had been moved already. And remember, it wasn't moved to let Jesus out. It was moved to let the women and the disciples in so they could see what really happened.